When people think about moving to a capital city, they tend to get a little overwhelmed. They feel it's gonna be busy. There's gonna be lots of crowds everywhere. But Lansing, Michigan, it's different. You see, you can have the big city conveniences throughout Lansing, Michigan, where our metro area has about 500,000 people in it, but at times it can feel like a small town. So let me go ahead and just get started right away into the 7 major reasons why Lansing is a small city. If this is your first time to the channel, my name is ‵ I'm a top producing realtor in the greater Lansing, Michigan area. And I get phone calls from all over the country, all over the world of people looking to make a smooth move to Lansing, Michigan. So whether you're looking to move here in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months from now, whatever that time frame might be, I would love to be able to speak with you. You can call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call with me so we can talk face to face. All my contact information, it's in the description below. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel because, again, if this is your first time to my channel, I have new videos going live once or twice a week. I have over 100 videos of information of everything in the Lansing area: suburbs, pros, cons, vlog tours, neighborhoods, price points, you name it, I got it. So definitely feel free to browse this channel at the end of this video. So I feel like this is a really important topic because lots of you are coming from major cities. You're coming from cities that have millions. Some of you are coming from really small cities. Everyone has their own story and their own background. And I feel like Lansing is just a happy medium. Because like I said earlier, Lansing, the greater metro area, has around 500,000 people. That can be really overwhelming for people who are coming from cities that have about 10, 20, 30,000 people, or even less. You could be coming from a town that has hundreds of people and looking to make a move here. To the people who are from large major cities, you think of all the conveniences that you have, everything is there, right? You think, man, I'm moving to a city that's smaller. Is it going to feel the same? So hopefully this will appeal to the small town people and to the large city people. And again, I feel like the reasons I'm giving are really convincing. So I'm gonna get started with the first reason why Lansing feels like a small town, even though it's a large city. And that first reason is you run into people you know everywhere. Now, I've lived here for close to 20 years. I relocated here back in 2007. Let me tell you, like, even when I started living here, I still found people throughout the different hotspots in the area. So I'm talking about, like, I go out to a restaurant, I usually see someone I know. When I go to the mall, I usually see somebody that I know. Especially when I go to a Lansing Lugnuts game. I mean, 500,000 people in Lansing, but the stadium typically on an average weekend night might have 8,000 or 9,000 people. I usually see several people that I know. So it still has that small town feel because it's not like you feel like you could get lost. Wherever you go, you're usually going to find somebody you know in a crowd. And that makes you feel a little bit important, like you're not lost, that you don't have any friends, that you're all alone. So that's the first thing I feel like a really important reason why Lansing feels like a small town. Number 2 reason why Lansing feels like a small town is that everything is about 10 to 20 minutes away. And with that, I also want to say you still have big city convenience too within that 10 to 20 minutes. So to drive this point, I just kind of want to give you an example. So like on the map, when you look, Grand Ledge is all the way on the western end of Lansing. And if people were to see that on a map, they would think, man, it's going to take forever to get from one side to the other. Like if you're coming from Dallas, Texas, if you're coming from Los Angeles, California, and you say to go from one side to all the way from the west side to the east side, you're like, that's going to take an hour and a half. But if you live in Grand Ledge and you want to go to the East Lansing, maybe participate in the international cuisine that's there in the downtown, or just eat at a nice restaurant in downtown Lansing, it's gonna take you around 15 minutes. I mean, it's not gonna be something that's gonna take you forever long. And that is just something that makes you feel like, hey, I don't have to be on the road all day to get to where I want. I don't have to be on the road on hours on end. I can have what I want right there within 10 to 15 minutes usually, or even closer if you live closer. The third reason why Lansing feels like a small town are the strong community events that bring people together. I have a video that talks about Lansing being the festival capital of Michigan. There are over 60 festivals throughout the greater Lansing, Michigan area throughout the year. And some of the ones that are my favorites, Silver Bells in the City, that happens every Christmas. And that brings people together for a large parade, fireworks show, drone show. Also newer to the area is 517 Day on May 17th every single year. In the downtown Michigan area especially, they have all these discounts throughout, but they have events that are happening and they have food trucks throughout. So that's May 17th. If you go to Old Town, they have festivals there all the time. If you go to Reotown, they have festivals. Downtown Lansing, East Lansing has the art fair. They have all these community events, even though this is such a large city. And the other thing I would say about the events too is they're not overwhelming with like all the traffic. At least I feel that way. It's not like you feel like, man, if I go to this event, there's gonna be crowds everywhere. There's still enough people there to make it interesting, but it's not like it's so overwhelming that you're freaking out or you're gonna be driving around trying to find a parking spot. That's the other thing I wanna feature. So strong community events is another reason. The fourth reason why Lansing feels like a small town, even though it's a large city, is that they have hotspots or pockets that feel like their own individual communities. And I just had a video that talked about the different hotspots of Lansing. I think I featured like 7 or 8 of them in that video. So you have Old Town, and that again feels like its own pocket. I was just there the other week, and you have people walking the sidewalks. You can hardly find a parking spot, find a close one within the downtown, but you have a vibe of people walking, and that has a different type of vibe and scene with different boutique shops. Then you have Reotown, which again has a different vibe to it as well. Then you have the downtown Lansing, you have downtown East Lansing where the students are. You have Delta Township, which has a lot of the entertainment, but you also have Horrocks on that side of town. So many different pockets. They all have their own uniqueness and character to them. So again, another reason why it feels like it's a small town, even though it's a large city. Number 5 reason is that Lansing has a mix of big employers and local businesses. And I'll say this too, like, because I said that, you know, when you go out, you usually find somebody that you know. If you've ever played the game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but usually the premise of the game is that you can find somebody that knows Kevin Bacon within 6 people. So you're like, hey, I know this person, and this person knows this person, and this person knows this person, and this person knows. And then all of a sudden you get to Kevin Bacon. It's like a running joke, okay? But I feel like in Lansing, you can usually find out, hey, what is it that you do? Where do you work at? And a lot of times you have somebody who works at Michigan State University, somebody that works at Auto Owners, somebody that works for the state of Michigan, somebody that works for GM. And then you're like, oh, do you, like, what department is it? And then sometimes you can find like, hey, do you know this person? And I've had that happen so many times, and they're like, yes, yeah, of course I do. And you find out how small your world is in Lansing when you're like, wow, like people are connected, you know, somehow. And I know you could go on Facebook and you could stalk and find out like how these people know each other as well too. I'm not blind to that. But I do feel like, even though we have a lot of large corporations like Michigan State University and Jackson National Life and Auto Owners Insurance and GM and the state of Michigan, we also have a lot of local businesses. And even when I was walking in Old Town the other week, I went to a place called Cravings Popcorn, and just like how people were just talking and opening up to each other and speaking with each other about getting connected on social media, like that was happening while I was in there in the shop. So you have people that appreciate local businesses, people that are thriving in local businesses throughout the area, and also big, large corporations as well. So lots of opportunity. Number 6 reason, this is a huge one, why Lansing feels like a small town. I've heard this from people who watch this channel who are just like you. They've said this exact same thing. They say people are friendly and approachable in Lansing. So I've heard from people like you, and then I've also heard it from my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. They're like, hey, I was walking around Horrocks, and these people are just saying hi to me, and I have no idea why. Like, that never happens in Eastern Pennsylvania where I live, or from somebody here, they said that never happens in Idaho where I live, or in Montana where I live there. And for some of you, maybe it's a drawback, because then they're like, yeah, then they start telling me like their life story, okay? Like, not everyone is like that, but people are more friendly. They'll look at you in the eye and try to say hi. There is a Midwest hospitality that is in Lansing, Michigan. So definitely something that is a huge pro and makes you feel like it's a small town. Number 7 reason, the final reason, then why does Lansing feel like a small town? And this is a huge one that I hear from people who visit from all over. There's hardly any traffic on the roads. I've heard it from my brother who used to live in Dallas, Texas, now lives in Kansas City, Missouri. He's like, your traffic here is amazing. We have highways surrounding Lansing everywhere. If you look on the map, we have 70-mile-an-hour highways. That's why people can get to where they need to go in 10 to 20 minutes. But also, like, your traffic isn't that bad. Now, I will give an asterisk to this because we do have construction season, and your route might have some of those fun orange barrels or cones. And yes, it might take you a little longer to be able to get around because you're traveling at a slower pace, or they might go from 2 lanes down to 1 lane. That's no fun, right? But for the most part, you can count on very low traffic, even during rush hour. It's not that bad whatsoever. And everyone just loves not having to just sit in traffic. That's one of my pet peeves. I hate sitting for minutes or even hours on end in traffic. So hopefully, with that being the last one, you are able to see why Lansing feels more like a small town. even though we are a large city. If you have any questions on any of this stuff, or if you want to reach out because you're planning to make a move to Lansing, feel free to contact me at the information below. I'd love to be able to talk with you any way that you would prefer to communicate. And also, if you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when new episodes of Lansing, Michigan Life go live. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you on the next episode.